Chili oil, one of the best condiments that you can have in your kitchen cupboard, but only if you make it yourself. The stuff bought from the store, it's just crap. I'm sorry, but it is. This recipe is one of the most versatile chili oil recipes that I know. It goes with European dishes like pizza and pasta, but also goes brilliantly with all sorts of Asian dishes like noodles, dumplings and steamed rice, just to name a few. Today I'm going to show you how to turn a few everyday ingredients into this truly special condiment. Let's get started.
Okay, first you're going to want to get a medium saucepan. This one holds around 1.5 litres or 1.25 litres. Turn that onto a medium heat, roughly 6 out of 10. Then you're going to toast some whole spices. We've got a cinnamon stick, roughly about the size of my index finger, 2 dried bay leaves, this could be fresh as well if that's what you have, 10 chili de arbol, this could be less if you wanted a more mild chili oil, 2 star anise, 6 cloves, and roughly 20 whole black peppercorns. Now you're going to dry toast these spices for 2 to 3 minutes on this medium heat whilst constantly moving them or stirring them, just until they start to smoke a little. 2 to 3 minutes later and we've got the spices nicely toasted. We've got a little bit of colour on the chilies, they've started to brown slightly, we've got some wisps of smoke coming off the top and our peppercorns are just dancing around the pan a little bit. Now you're going to need a mason jar or some sort of glass dish that you're going to store this chili oil in. I'm using a 1 litre, roughly 1 quart mason jar. Carefully place your spices into the container and add to that 35 grams or 2 tablespoons of red chili flakes. I'm using pepperoncino flakes, but this could be Korean chili flakes like gochugaru or anything that you have available to you. If you don't want this chili oil too hot, just go with a mild chili flake. After that, add a splash of Chinese black vinegar, roughly a tablespoon. If you don't have this, a sherry or balsamic vinegar would be my next choice. Now this next part is important. I'm using 1/2 litre of oil in this 1 litre mason jar, as the oil is going to bubble up when we pour it over the spices. Talking of oil, here I have 1/2 litre of canola oil. You could use any other neutral tasting high smoke point oil. Avoid extra virgin olive oil or any other heavily flavoured oil and set your heat to medium low, roughly a 3 out of 10. After that, get your green onions and your garlic. We're going to cut the onions into roughly 3 centimetre or 1 inch pieces. This doesn't have to be too precise, just nothing too small, otherwise they'll burn. Then place them into the oil and then we're going to prepare our garlic by crushing, peeling and roughly cutting and placing that into the oil as well. Once again, nothing too small. Now simmer this gently at 130 degrees Celsius or 270 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes. After 10 to 15 minutes, the oil is bubbling a lot less and the onions and garlic have turned a nice golden brown. Nothing black, nothing burnt, because that would make our oil bitter. Now get a container that can take the hot oil, something glass, and get a strainer. And really carefully pour your oil through the strainer into the container. Remember, this oil is at 130 degrees Celsius, it's very hot, so place your container on something that can take the heat, like a wooden board or a heatproof mat. Once you have all your oil strained, place your saucepan to one side and grab your container that has your spices in, and really carefully pour the hot oil over the spices. Now if you've got a rubbish jug like I do, it's going to dribble a little bit, but that doesn't matter. Just commit to the pour and get it all in there. You see how much it foams up? This is why we need a container that's twice the size of our volume of oil. Now get your salt. I'm using a fine sea salt and give it a good strong pinch, probably a generous teaspoon's worth. Now get a long-handled spoon and get right to the bottom. Give it a good stir, a good mix around. Let all those spices get to know each other and mingle a little bit. Let this infuse for at least 24 hours, then you can store it in your fridge for up to 3 months. After 24 hours, the colour and flavour really deepens, and I guarantee this will be the best chili oil you've ever tasted.
Alright guys, and that's that. Now you have absolutely no excuse to not make this at home. It's pretty easy, it lasts a long time, and it goes with just about anything. Go check out one of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.